Good day, everyone. My name is Clarissa Mahadiles Bariones, and together with my groupmates, we're going to report about science in the 21st century. Imagine new century full of promise, molded by science, shaped by technology, powered by knowledge. We are now embarking on our most daring explorations, unraveling the mysteries of our inner world and charting new routes to the conquest of the seas. We have not and we must not shrink from exploring the frontiers of science, but as we consider how to use the fruits of discovery, we must also never retreat from our commitment to human values, the good of society, our basic sense of right and wrong. Science often moves faster than our ability to understand its implications, leaving a maze of moral and ethical questions in its wake. The internet can be now a new town square or a new Tower of Babel. The same computer that can put the Library of Congress at our fingertips can also be used by purveyors of hate to spread blueprints for bombs. The same knowledge that is developing new life-saving drugs can be used to create poisons of mass destruction. Science has no soul on its own. It is up to us to determine whether it will be used as a force for good or evil. We must decide together how to apply ethical and moral principles to the dazzling new discoveries of science. And here are the four guideposts of science. First is science and its benefits must be directed toward making life better for all, never just a privileged few. Its opportunities and benefits should be available to all. Science must not create a new line of separation between the haves and have-nots, those with and those without the tools and understanding to learn and use technology. In the 21st century, a child in a school that doesn't have a link to the internet or the student who does not have the access to a computer will be like the 19th century child without school books. That is why we are ensuring that every child in every school, no matter how rich or poor, will have access to the same technology by connecting every classroom and library to the internet by the year 2000. Science must always respect the dignity of every human being, and none of our discoveries should be used to label or discriminate against any group or individual. We must never allow our citizens to be unwitting guinea pigs in scientific experiments that put them at risk without their consent and full knowledge. With stunning speed, scientists are now moving to unlock the secrets of our genetic code. Genetic testing has the potential to identify hidden inherited tendencies toward disease and to spur early treatment. But that information could also be used, for example, by insurance companies and others to discriminate against and stigmatize people. Third, technology should not be used to break down the privacy and autonomy free citizens are guaranteed in a free society. The right to privacy is one of our most cherished freedoms. As society has grown more complex and people have become more interconnected in every way, we have had to work even harder to respect the privacy, the dignity, and the autonomy of each individual. As the internet reaches to touch every business and every household, and we face the frightening prospect that private information, even medical records, could be made instantly available to the world, we must develop new protections for privacy in the face of new technological reality. Fourth and lastly, we must always remember that science is not God. Our deepest truths remain outside the realm of science. We must temper our euphoria over the recent breakthrough in animal cloning with sobering attention to our most cherished concepts of humanity and faith. My own view is that each human life is unique, born of a miracle that reaches beyond laboratory science. I believe we should respect this profound gift. I believe we should resist the temptation to replicate ourselves, But this is a decision no president should make alone. No president is qualified to understand all of the implications. If we hold fast to these principles, we can make this time of change a moment of dazzling opportunity for all. At the dawn of the 21st century, science finds itself in a challenging situation. Today, there are more professionally trained scientists alive than in all previous generations combined together. At the same time, due to the end of the Cold War, military industrial complexes and their scientific cadres are declining as a consequence of economic conversion to civilian industry. This frees up resources with which some of humankind's most pressing challenges could be addressed, such as food supply, public health, global climate change, or the protection of biodiversity.
For the past centuries, there have been countless of developments and advancements in the world. Scientists and researchers have continued to discover new things and expand their understanding and knowledge of the natural phenomena happening around us. In the 21st century, there are thousands of scientific breakthroughs and discoveries. These have helped in improving our way of living, while some are the key to greater innovation in the future. The first discovery during the 21st century is the evidence of water on Mars. The National Aeronautics and Space Administration confirmed last September 2015 that there is evidence proving the existence of liquid water on Mars. Using the Imaging Spectrometer of NASA's Mars Reconnaissance Orbiter or MRO, scientists detected hydrated salts in different locations on Mars. During the warm season, the hydrated salts darken and flow down steep. However, they fade in cooler seasons. The detection of hydrated salts means that the water plays a vital role in their formation. The second one is the robotic body parts. Through the help of biomechanics and engineering, scientists have devised robotic body parts. The University of Twente has developed robotic arms that can aid those individuals affected by Duchenne muscular dystrophy. This will allow patients to amplify residual function in the arm. They also applied DARPA's revolutionizing prosthetics project of creating prosthetics to wounded U.S. military personnel in developing robotic limbs. Today, scientists are studying on the viability of making these robotic body parts exoskeletons controlled by the mind to help disabled individuals, survivors of stroke, and elderly people. The third one is the T-Rex tissue. Paleontologists have discovered a partially fossilized and decomposing femur of a Tyrannosaurus rex which was believed to be 70 million years old already, or date closer to the biblical date of creation. Mary Higby Switzer of North Carolina State University and Montana State University found out flexible and transparent vessels. This soft tissue discovered is preserved because of the iron between the leg bones. The fourth one is the advancement in HIV cure. According to HIV government, there are over 36.7 million people worldwide living with HIV or AIDS, in which 1.8 million of it is children. HIV or AIDS remain to be one of the deadliest diseases in the world. On the other hand, HIV treatment has been available in Germany for more than 2 decades already. Antiretroviral therapy allows HIV or AIDS patients to live longer. However, no definite cure is still discovered. In 2007, Dr. Jero Hatter was the first one to successfully cure an HIV or AIDS patient's named Timothy Ray Brown by transplanting bone marrow from an HIV immune patient. The last one is the creation of human organs. The stem cell research has paved the way to greater access to organs. Instead of waiting for donors or taking harsh medications, scientists from Massachusetts General Hospital and Harvard Medical School have discovered how to regenerate the function of human heart tissue through adult skin cells. Through stem cells, humans can grow another organ. This is associated with the regenerative nature of living organisms. Recently, various research all around the world enables growing fallopian tubes, heart, brain, lung, and kidney, and many among others through stem cells. We are facing immense challenges in global warming and food security and many among other issues. While human innovation has contributed to many of the problems we are facing, it is also human innovation and ingenuity that can help humanity deal with these issues. The first invention in the 21st century is the 3D printing. Most inventions come as a result of previous ideas and concepts, and 3D printing is no different. The earliest application of the layering method used by today's 3D printers took place in the manufacture of topographical maps in the late 19th century. And 3D printing, as we know, it began in 1980. The convergence of cheaper manufacturing methods and open source software, however, has led to a revolution of 3D printing in recent years. Today, the technology is being used in the production of everything from lower-cost car parts to bridges to less painful ballet slippers, and it is considered for artificial organs. The second one is the e-cigarettes. While components of the technology have existed for decades, the first modern e-cigarette was introduced in 2006. Since then, the devices have become widely popular as an alternative to traditional cigarettes, and new trends such as the use of flavored juice have contributed to the success of companies like Juul. The third one is the augmented reality, in which digital graphics are overlaid onto live footage to convey information in real time. Only recently, following the arrival of more powerful computing hardware and the creation of an open-source video tracking software library known as RToolkit, that the technology has really taken off. Smartphone apps like the Pokemon Go game and Snapchat filters are just two small popular examples of modern augmented reality applications. The technology is being adopted as a tool in manufacturing, healthcare, travel, fashion, and even education. The fourth one is the birth control patch. The early years of the millennia have brought about an innovation in family planning, one that is still focused only on women and does nothing to protect against sexually transmitted infections. Still, the birth control patch was first released in the United States in 2002. It has made much easier for women to prevent unintended pregnancies. The plastic patch contains the same estrogen and progesterone hormones found in birth control pills and delivers them in the same manner as nicotine patches to help people quit tobacco products. The last one is the digital assistants. One of the biggest technology trends in recent years has been smart home technology, which can now be found in everyday consumer devices like door locks, light bulbs, and kitchen appliances. The key piece of technology that has helped make all this possible is the digital assistant. Apple was the first major technology company to introduce a virtual assistant called Siri in 2011 for iOS.
Due to modernization caused by globalization, the advancement of modern technologies and informations are usable for its beneficiaries. But however, the risks are also present. Through science, human life and human needs become easier due to the advanced technologies in terms of access to information, communication, transportation, and others. But however, its impact in our daily life also occurs. Due to the easy access of public information, the information being gathered sometimes are false informations, and some of them are not true sometimes. It because of easy access to the information which one is the disadvantage of science. The impacts of advanced science and technology in modern society are already provided in terms of balancing the risk, facing the risk, and solving the risk behind it. There are some examples being given for the different situations.